Friday, and it's the mixed doubles Zheng and Huang, the world #1s and #1 seeds, up against Taerattanachai and Sapsiri from Thailand, that have been in a revitalized area of form in this last couple of months. Here's the mixed doubles draw. So Zhang and Wei, Zhang Zhenbang and Wei Yazin already through after dismissing of Watanabe and Higashino in straight games. That's pretty impressive in itself. Kim Won-ho, Zhong Na-eun, Feng and Huang, Gikel Del-Ru, Xiao and Chai. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better lineup of pairings moving into the semi-finals. And of course, it's Xiao and Chai and Gikel Del-Ru who will produce the opponent for the match that we're about to see right now in the semis. And as I said, 2 sessions. Second session will be at 5 p.m. local time in France. So do check your calendars and clocks. And here they come. Now, what's interesting about these pairs is, I said it earlier, that this could be a matchup for a final. They've actually met before since 2018 in 5 finals of the World Tour. The World Tour's been in action since 2018. So both of them, as I said, have tasted the very best. And looking at that head-to-head, 12-2 for Zheng and Huang. Last time they met was in Denmark, 2023.
You serve, you receive. Okay,
Fabio Lopez with the coin toss. And this is going to be a high-quality match indeed. And I mean, that's rich to say, considering the matches we've already had the honor of watching this morning. They've all been pretty high quality. Zheng Qiwei, 27 years old, born in Wenzhou, China, and they've been #1 now. I mean, at the start of the year, I remember it was 198 weeks, so I'm guessing they should be up to at least 203, 204 weeks now, but it's legendary stuff from the team in red. And Zheng Qiwei, one of those players that has the unique ability to actually cross the entire length or breadth of the court in one big jump, or 1.5. And there's his partner, who's just lightning at the net, 30-year-old Huang Yaqiong, and has that ability, of course, of being able to see that match as it happens. Now, their opponents are just as fast, really, but there's no doubt that this pair are the pair that's innocency. It's Lindemann and Wu from Canada in 27 minutes, and Yang and Hu from Chinese Taipei in 25 minutes. Yes, that's under an hour of play, and they're in the quarterfinals. Straight games, haven't dropped a game yet. Taerattanachai, Puavaranukroh, 26 years old from Chonburi, former world #1. And I said that was back in, well, let me just check that. 2021, December 2021, and currently ranked 6th. They've been world champions before, of course, in 2021. Sapsiri, who's been in great form this week. And Chris, we managed to actually catch one of their matches before, and she was, well, had a bit of a sluggish start, but then after that was playing at the Sapsiri level that we know so well.
Yeah, I think they didn't really let her in her opponents, but she managed to find a way into the game and played really, really well. I think today's a big ask, just because for me, this is a bold comment I'm about to make, but the Chinese could be the best mixed doubles pair ever.
No, I don't think that's that bold at all. So a couple of great results for them, as you saw. There's Fabio Lopez in the umpire chair, and he's joined by, that looks like Emi Sakamoto. It is. And while they get ready, I'll just go through some of those. The Denmark Open in 2018, that was in straight games. There was the Korea Open in 2019, and that was won by Taerattanachai and Sapsiri. Then the Thailand Open in 2022, and that was 3 games, but won by Zheng and Huang. And the Malaysia Open in 2022, the BWF World Tour Finals in 2022 as well. So a rivalry for sure. And they're going to be very aware of each other's games. But as you said, Chris, there's something about Zheng Shiwei and Huang Yaqiong that pushes them through.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, the Puavaranukroh and subsidiary Taerattanachai, Thailand. And on my left, Zheng Shiwei and Huang Yaqiong, China. Subsidiary Taerattanachai serve to Zheng Shiwei, love all, play.
Well, prepare yourselves wherever you are watching from around the world for nice quality mixed doubles action.
Out. Serves over, 1 love. Serves over, 1 all. Serves over, 2-1.
Well, Huang Yaqiong showing that she is just as capable. And that's the thing with this pair, because it used to be in that traditional mixed doubles format of Huang at the front and Zheng at the back. And that's obviously where a lot of their strengths lie. But Huang Yaqiong is now interchangeable. She can quite easily play at the back.
Serves over.
Yeah, I think more so recently, Zheng Shiwei is, you know, he's a great net player as well, but he's been happier to take the net and just get the attack, which I think's made a difference to their partnership.
Well, it's definitely, it's widened their scope of how they can score. And I mean, if that even needed to be done.
Fault.
It's a big smash. Great placement.
A whip smash.
Serves over. 4-2.
So powerful, but really 1.5 bounds and he's across the court. His court coverage is amazing.
Yeah, Zheng Shiwei is, for speed, I mean, I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. He's so fast and he can cover so much court. He's not the tallest of players, but his speed and his explosive power is, you know, it's almost out of this planet.
Well, you were talking about a 100% record for the Koreans beforehand. 2023, 7 finals, which they converted to 6 titles. Close, but such a high level of success.
5-3.
The quarterfinalists last year. They already started this year with a good win at the India Open. For Dechapol and Sapsiri, it was 3 finals, which they converted to 1 title last year. And that was, as I said earlier in the week, an off year for them, really. But it was a second round retirement for them at the French Open last year. And they've started this year with a couple of wins at the India Open and the Thai Masters.
Good attack, good placement. It's going to be important for the Thailand pairs. They've got to get the attack, because if you give the Chinese too much time on the attack, their attack is so devastating.
Yeah.
I tried to look for if there's any pairs that the Chinese have struggled with, just because they have been so dominant. For me, there was only one pair that I could really find, which is Kim Won-ho and Jung Na-eun, and it's a 3-3, as in it's a 3-all, 3 wins each. And the very peculiar thing is they've almost taken it in turns. The Koreans won the first one, Chinese second, Koreans third, Chinese fourth. Yeah. It's one of the only pairs that they kind of have an even head-to-head with. A lot of the other pairs, they have a dominant head-to-head with, just because obviously they have been such a dominant pair.
For so long now.
Yeah.
So it's now, well, I'll try and get you that stat as to exactly how long. Yep, it is 204 weeks at number 1. 129 consecutive weeks.
Serves over.
It's the stuff that legends are made of.
This was incredible defense from the Chinese pair, especially obviously Huang Yaqiong, and then Zheng Siwei almost tries to intervene, and he kind of accidentally ruined it for her because she had it. She was doing so well.
Serves over. 8.
Well, that's actually an interesting
5.
point that you brought up, because their communication on court is just as exceptional as their shot making. It's just as exceptional as their court coverage. Whether someone gets something wrong or someone gets something right, they are both there on that equal platform to produce this output of just wonderful badminton.
They're covering the court as
Yeah,
a
look at
partnership
that.
so well.
Look at the way Huang Yaqiong just moved. And then back into this traditional with her in the middle, just on the tee, and him arcing behind her, but then they can change it. It's so fluid.
Serves over. 6-8.
Well, 2 points in it. And the real question is whether Dechapol and Sapsiri can fire into life here. But certainly keeping pace with the scoreline, that's important. And again, great movement by Huang Yaqiong. Left well by Zheng Siwei.
Service over. 9-6.
Ominous for the Thai pair, but they are looking very strong.
Brilliant.
Just
10,
awesome.
6.
And just talking about how dominant Chinese have been their last 5 tournaments, they've won 4 of them.
Yep, that's the kind of stat you want. And again, Zheng Siwei was just coiled up and ready to go. 11-6, and they really did streak away at the end of that first phase of play.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Well, getting back on court, and I'll tell you one thing, that's one angle we don't usually get to see. I don't know how the camera managed to sneak into that personal playbook.
11.
Just a good indication of the kind of detail that coaches and players get into before battle is unleashed on court. Oh, fantastic movement again, and defense by Huang Yaqiong. They are absolutely everywhere at the moment. Just a slight error from Huang Yaqiong.
Service over. 7-11.
Well,
serves over. 12-7.
When they're in this irrepressible form, what can they do, Chris, Dechapol and Sapsiri?
I mean, this is the thing, because they're getting themselves into good positions, the Thailand pair, but they can't put the shuttle away. Had done there, it's brilliant, but they got to have the emphasis that although the Chinese are very, very good, there's no doubt about it,
12.
they are only human. They will make mistakes. The more, the more difficult situations they're put in, the harder it'll be for them. They've got to keep the Chinese below tape. They've got to keep the Chinese moving and try and find gaps, expose gaps within the partnership. You know, it's a big challenge because I'd say, if I'm honest, the Chinese are kind of still in maybe third or fourth gear. But this is why they are so dominant at the moment, you know, in world badminton.
Well, that's the other thing. I mean, they've done this to every other pair, essentially. So, you know, it's not just a question of doing exactly what you said, finding all those spaces, but it's also remembering that others have tried it. It's a relentless force of nature, these two, when they get going. That's a great pickup by Zheng Shiwei.
That's brilliant, though. Absolutely brilliant from the Thailand pair. They contain the attack from the Chinese.
12.
Big smash from Zheng Shiwei there. Great whip. And then read it so well. Dechapol gets up, makes his own luck, gets a net cord, but, you know, he got behind it, got in the right position. Great rally from Thailand pair.
Well,
this is
an important service for Sapsiree. If they can close this gap up now, then they might just have a shout. Oh, it's beautifully tumbled
Great
over
lift,
by...
though. Great lift. A bit wider, and shuttle's got to travel a further distance.
Over 13.
It's unlikely it's going to go out there. Sapsiree, but Sapsiree's got such a good defence.
Quick discussion between the Thai players.
Play.
That's what Huang Yashong does so well.
14.
Read that to absolute perfection. Almost before Dechapol's even hit it, she stood there waiting because she just read it that well.
It's the definition of anticipation.
Good vision there, Zheng Shiwei. Brilliant vision.
15-9.
Oh, 15-9, and they are running away with this first game.
It's their punch over. You can see Sapsiree's almost ready to take a step in as she was. Great vision to go over on that shot. This is the thing, as soon as one or two cheaper points sneak in, which is hard to not, because the pressure, the kind of the constant pressure from the Chinese, and it's what we've seen from the Thailand pair so often. One or two cheaper mistakes.
Both. Service over. 10-16.
Oh, here's a chance. But that's it. It's such a slim chance every time.
Service over. 17-10.
Good power from Dechapol, setting up his partner.
Over. 11.
Easy put away there for
17.
Sapsiree.
Well, they haven't given up hope yet in this first game, but it is looking increasingly unlikely at 17-11. They might just have to focus their efforts on the second.
Out. Service over. 18-11.
Of course, it goes without saying that if you can keep those unforced errors down, that would be highly advisable. Sapsiree at the back now. Dechapol tries to nick in. Oh, nice from Sapsiree. And that was good pressure.
Yeah, it's good rally. That's just good rally all round. Enjoyable to watch,
Service
kind of
over.
the control of the rally, changing.
18.
See there, Dechapol committing to the net. See Zheng Siwei just moving backwards, his body weight's going backwards. It's so hard to control the shuttle when your body is going in the opposite direction from where you want the shuttle to go.
Both.
Holding them at 18 right now.
18.
Have to take it 1 point at a time. They cannot allow themselves to look forward any further. And that's another mistake. And they're closing up.
15-18.
This is the thing, if you can stick with your opponent, obviously it sounds so simplistic, it's true, the pressure then builds, because the Chinese, the momentum's now just kind of swapping back in favour of the pair from Thailand, just because they're on this run.
Well,
over 19-15.
I did say it's highly advisable to not make your own mistakes. That one's gone long. Ball a little bit stretched. And that's what I meant. There was a big, big gap between them. And Zheng Siwei sees that.
This is brilliant here, the way he gets round that and then a stop drop, phenomenal. See, Dechapol's trying to help out Sapsiri there, but he's almost getting in the way.
They were caught flat at the back, and even not by much.
The interesting thing about Dechapol and Sapsiri, for Dechapol, he was world junior champion, but in men's doubles, and Sapsiri's been, well, she's been phenomenal at all three disciplines, but she's won world medals in ladies doubles as well. And they almost have a bit more of a level doubles style than a traditional mixed doubles style.
Yeah. So 21-15.
Zheng Siwei and Huang
16 minutes, and 15. However intense this rivalry is, it's still all about Zheng Siwei.
เซตเกมใหม่ดีเมื่อกี้เราพลาดตรงไหนเขาชวนเล่นหน้าแล้วเราก็เนี่ยกี่แต้มดูแล้วเนาะดูแล้วกี่แต้มที่อยู่ข้างหน้าเนาะประมาณ 4-5 แต้ม 4-5 แต้มเวลาอยู่ข้างหน้าเข้าใจป่ะเพราะฉะนั้นเวลาเขาเล่นหน้ามาเขี่ยวข้างไปเลยตอนเนี้ยไอ้ลูกที่ออกข้างหลังอ่ะมันไปอยู่กระจุกอยู่ตรงกลางมันเลยออกเวลาเดินทางเข้าใจป่ะเพราะฉะนั้นทำให้มันบานออกไปหน่อยทำไปบานออกแล้วเวลาโยนเราโยนเร็วถ้าโยนเร็วปุ๊บลูกอันตรายกลับมาเยอะเข้าใจป่ะโยนเร็วเพราะฉะนั้นเวลาขึ้นลูกตั้งปุ๊บลูก2ต้องเลยเตรียมเล่นเลยเข้าใจป่ะไม่ใช่โยนซ้ำถ้าโยนซ้ำก็ได้แต่ต้องฉีกลูกออกเข้าใจป่ะเพราะฉะนั้นลูกจะออกมาเป็นอะไรไม่ซ้ำทิศทางนะไม่ซ้ำทิศทางแล้วข้างหน้าเวลาบาสเขี่ยลูกบาสต้องเห็นคนนะบาสต้องเพิ่มเห็นคนเห็น6 จุดนะ6 จุดนะแล้วอันสุดท้ายคือกลุ่มลูกบุกเกมรับเขาไม่ได้ดีเราได้แต้มแต่เกมรับเยอะมากได้เกมบุกเยอะมากเข้าใจป่ะได้บุกเยอะได้แต้มบุกเยอะแล้วลูกกระชอกมาข้างหน้าต้องออนอยู่ตลอดเวลานะลูกกระชอกมาเราต้องเคลื่อนที่ให้ไปเข้าวงโอเวอร์เฮดเพื่อจะได้เล่นลูกที่ดีที่สุดเพราะฉะนั้นขาเวลาเข้ามันขาดไปขาดมาอยู่ถ้าจะมันขาดนิดๆหน่อยๆแต่เวลาเราตีเข้ากลางฉีกออกไปนิดนึงทิศทางมันเรื่องสำคัญนะเตรียมให้ดีนะ
So here we go, game 2. And Zheng Siwei and Huang Yaosheng did have to be a bit more aware in the second half of that first game, but still managed to come through with a level of efficiency. Ends switched. Slightly different drift conditions and general playing conditions from the changing atmosphere here in France. I can tell you that. Started about 2 degrees at the beginning of the week. Now it's actually up to about 12, 14. That's outside. And of course, with less courts and more people, that shuttle moving a little bit quicker.
Really, they're just emphasising the point I made earlier, just about Zheng Wei being more confident at the net, but having to take that in his partner cover.
While he's running the show there, it was just Huang to pop in at the end, as she does, for the killing blow, but it was Zheng Wei that was essentially guiding that play all the way.
It's just brilliant when he has that variation. You know, he's so fast, he's got the power, smash, he's got the deception, he's got the stop drop, and when he combines it all together.
He can do it while he's moving at speed, laterally or vertically as well, so he's just a constant threat wherever he is, and trying to put him into a position on court is very difficult. Well, it's early on in the second game, so still options for Thai pair.
Service over, 2-all.
He was well read in that rally by Dechapo. He could see that Zheng Wei stepped in and was going to go over him, read it really well, and he's very athletic, Dechapo, to be able to get back for that one.
It's also great to see Huang Yaqiong there after she missed that net shot, just testing her armors to see, you know, how it should be done. This is a pair that's been #1 for 204 weeks, but they're still looking for that perfect execution. They have a vision of how their game should be, and they try to keep it as close to that as possible. They're just so committed to their craft. Wow, that's long, but
Serves over.
Quick look at the lights for Zheng Wei.
And here's the one thing that Zheng Wei, it's a little bit more difficult for him just because he's not as tall as some of the other athletes. So for him to hit the angle is a bit trickier. I mean, that was a very flat smash. Flat smash can also obviously be incredibly dangerous because it can come at a really awkward height. Because he has so many other such phenomenal attributes, it's less of a concern or less of an issue not having that kind of steep attack.
Yeah.
4-3.
And that's actually just quickly, that's another thing I wanted to ask you. As a player, did you find that some of the light fittings in some of these arenas were really directly in your view?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I actually remember, so the first senior international on a big scale that I played was Korean Open. This is going back where before some people even ball, long time ago. But I remember it was quite a unique hall, and they had this kind of sun. It looked like the sun was in the hall. You know, and I couldn't see anything on this one court, and thankfully my first 2 matches that we won, that's an incredible shot.
Yeah.
We're on different courts. They weren't on that court, and the quarter-final match we played was on this court. And every time I looked up, I couldn't see the shuttle.
Oh, wow.
Literally. I think I hit about 4 overheads in that. We didn't win the match, unsurprisingly. But, yeah, you know, sometimes you'll play in a venue and you just struggle to see it. The shuttle will go in the light, or you find it a bit more difficult than others, or something of the sort.
And it's at speed because it's men's doubles, obviously.
Exactly, so. And the shuttle, when it goes in the light, it's really hard to see because it's similar-ish colours and it kind of blends in, and if the light's too bright, it can be...
Yeah.
You lose the shuttle for a second, and it's so hard to then pick it back up again.
It's sun blind. That's actually what happens to fighter pilots, believe it or not. Wow. Well, I mean, the reason I asked, I said it, we see it a lot, even with the best players in the world. So, 6-4, and Sapsiri has managed to just manage this lead in the second. It's what they need to do.
Great pressure so far in the second game from the pair from Thailand. There you can see Zheng Wei's in a bit of trouble there, and Sapsiri chasing forward. And good put away.
Well, that's one of the good tactics, and she's done it again. That speed at the net, we saw it yesterday as well. She stepped up, and soon she was the dominant force at the net. That's what really it is about in mixed doubles. And when you've got a battle like Huang Yaqiong against Sapsiri, Taerattanachai at the net, well, that's going to be high-level stuff. This is a good output from Taipei. It's gone long, obviously, but...
Yeah, but the key is as well, you know, the first game, I know it was 21-15, which is fairly close, but I did feel the Chinese, it was a comfortable first game, but something the pair from Thailand have done so well has had such a positive start to the second game, because it could have been easy to have a bit of a negative start, a bit of a poor start, and almost gets swept under the carpet quite quickly. Whereas
they've stepped up.
Yeah, 100%. And I'd definitely say the Chinese have just gone a fraction off the pace. A few more simpler unforced errors, and now that the Lechpon Sapsiri are kind of flowing.
4 points back. You have to just reel in a couple of those enthusiastic errors, what I'm going to call them.
9. Okay, let's go. Service over.
Good return, and
10,
you can see it was just the indecision. Chinese here, you can see whose is it. Obviously, Zheng Siwei thinks his partner's going to go for it, whereas Huang just leaves it for a partner.
And that is going to be a good source of success for Sapsiri and Dechapol if they can sow those seeds of indecision in their opponents. Service back now, 7-10. Well, they're still not too far ahead. That was very big. Zheng Siwei all over it. Huang Yaqiong just steps up. She's done that so many times. It's not really jumping off the court.
10.
Just one leg up, really. But that little hook smash down, steep angle. Oh, that's just found acres of space. Top right corner.
You do not see that very often. The fastest man for me in the world getting wrong-footed. Incredible skill there from Sapsiri.
second break.
เข้าใจป่ะถ้าถึงส้มสองข้างเนี่ยเมื่อกี้ได้แต้มเลยเข้าใจเมื่อกี้มันอยู่ตรงนี้พออยู่ตรงนี้ปุ๊บมันนัวอยู่ตรงนี้ให้ออกมาแนวนี้หน่อยออกมาแนวนี้หน่อยได้ไหมเข้าใจป่ะเพราะฉะนั้นในการควบคุมลูกต้องควบคุมให้ดูแรนดอมทิศทางดีๆแล้วสุดท้ายสร้างเกมบุกเขาไม่ได้เหนียวเข้าใจไหมแต่เกมบุกก็มีประสิทธิภาพแต่ก็ไม่ได้หมายความว่าเขาบุกดีนะเราต้องมีการสร้างเงื่อนไขให้เขาบุกนะเซตดีๆนะไม่ประมาทนะ
11-8. Play.
So here we go, second phase, game 2. And after a bright start by the Thai pair, it's all about now whether they can force a third game.
Service over. 9-11.
It's definitely the Chinese just gone off the boil a fraction, but it's full credit to the Thailand pair. They've upped their level definitely, and they're making life a lot more difficult.
Oh, it's good to see a pair of their caliber fighting back, and that was straight to the feet by Huang Yaqiong.
10-11.
It's just a wrong shot selection there from Dechapol. When you're that off balance, if you try and generate full power, you cannot get any kind of angle, so it's going to go flatter up.
Right.
It's very easy for your opponent to step in and put you in even more trouble.
Service over. 12-10.
I would say a little bit in the second game. Huang Yaqiong, she's just struggling just a little bit at the net, just making a few more mistakes than we'd seen previously. Just basically proving she is human.
Oh, that's good movement from her. And that's good vision from Zheng Siwei. That just proves
Service
in that
over.
point just how
11.
she's fully
12.
aware of where she has to be on court. And just scampers through. Their court movement as a team and individually is very much a fundamental foundation stone of their success. And that's what you're talking about there, Chris. Just a little bit loose.
That's a big,
Service over.
big smash though from Dechapol. But it's well
11.
placed. I think in the it's very well placed. But in the first game, I think maybe Huang Yaqiong just maybe would have had it. When you can feel that you're just a fraction off, you just get a bit more tense, a bit more hesitant.
13-11. And this second game, wow, they've got to watch it at the back. So it's down to 1 point, and that's just not enough when you're up against Zheng Siwei and Huang Yaqiong. Ideally, well, I mean, I'm not even going to try and pick a golden number that you need to be ahead of this pair. But I'd say if you were 10 points ahead of Zheng Qiwei and Huang Yaqiong, then
13
probably ideal. But tied up at 13 now, and your entire campaign here in France is hanging in the balance for the Thai pair. As you said, Chris, they put in great work. Again, that red team flying through the air.
14.
Yeah, and there was hesitation
13.
on this one here. It's down the middle, you can see Dechapol's gone for it, but he's like, is it mine? It is his, he's the cross player. The person on the cross always covers the middle. And because of that hesitation, then it's easy for the Chinese to put the shuttle away.
Serves over.
Oh, wow,
14 all.
Although it's 14, obviously it was 10-6 at one point, and
Yeah.
the Chinese were just struggling now, fully back in. Same momentum's definitely with the Chinese.
Oh, look at that. That's Huang Yaqiong again. That has
15, 14.
just
A slightly
off the
simpler
shuttle.
mistake, you know, and we don't expect it just because she is phenomenal. But, you know, everyone occasionally will make these slightly easier mistakes. That's a good shot.
That's a great shot. And again, just the movement, the rotation, fantastic.
And that
Serves
should just
over.
give her that confidence, because that was a
15
brilliant
all.
defensive shot that kind of set the whole rally up. Dechapol's gone at her because he knows that she's just a little bit tense. And that's well placed. You can see it's gone across Sapsiri there with that smash.
Nice defense from Huang Yaqiong. Oh, and that was a good little dip in. Took a vicious
Serves
trajectory.
over.
Yeah, it's great
16,
cut out here.
15.
Dechapol there, and good angle. You can see Huang Yaqiong's very deep in defense.
Still 1 point though.
Seventeen, 15.
Wow, it's an important couple of points for Dechapol and Sapsiri.
Sapsiri, she did so well in the rally before that, defended
Serves
so well,
over.
kind of got the opening and then missed.
16,
Didn't even have to win it
17.
on that one, just to try and get the attack back.
Well, 1 point still. Running out of points in this second game. Usually would have been a nice
Serves
tip in
over.
for Huang Yaqiong.
18, 16.
So this is a glorious opportunity. A mesmerizing rally. Zheng Qiwei goes big. Oh, how did she find the time to hold that?
Great rally.
Last rally of the match, I think. Great movement again by Zheng and Huang. Sapsiri and Dechapol looking like They might be a little stretched, but then they fall back to a comfortable pattern. Definitely longest rally of the match. Well, challenge coming, but what an awesome rally that was. I think it's out, by the way.
Yeah, defenses on display then were incredible.
And a time for a breather while Hawkeye checks this out. I do think it's, if anything, it's edge of the line, but I think it's on the out. Yes, it is. Great idea by Zheng.
Unsuccessful. One challenge remaining.
19-16, and that glorious opportunity to force a third game is still very much alive.
Change. Play.
108 shot rally in a mixed doubles match. I think it's safe to stick my neck out and say that's not going to get beaten today, but who knows?
It's very evident whichever pair is down the side, that, you know, the nearest to us to the side, Thailand's down at the moment, have a more dangerous, penetrating attack.
So 4 game points. And well earned. Sub-Siri that comes in with that, well, unique little backhand drive. So 21-16 and it's game on.
16. 1 game on.
过头不深那种，他门口还是紧。他在进攻的时候，其实他在进攻的时候那种球来没有意义。他有时间，对你把你的精力压在这进球。你看第一局其实就是在前面断的很好，他进攻挑起来的球，正式为突击就很有效果。但你拦你在拦那些球，他动作也在后面等着，没意义。他收掉什么，他可以组织得很好，啊，没事啊。精力就是中间有一段第二局咱们精力稍微下来一点，再调动起来，你这些球。 就把网口这里，你看他就接发球，切这里快，我抹出去，怼出去，不用说多近，怼出去就有了。好。防守一样，
ไม่ซ้ำข้างหน้าที่เดิมเข้าใจป่ะไม่ซ้ำข้างหน้าไปไหนก็ไปเลยจะเอาอะไรไปออกไปพักมุมหลัง2 มุมก็ได้จะออกมุมเขี่ย2 ข้างก็ได้เข้าใจป่ะแล้วย้อนกลับมาเป็นเลยแนว1แนว2เหมือนเดิมเข้าใจแนว1แนว2มีประสิทธิภาพกว่า แนว1เล่นอะไรเข้าไปเล่นเตะลูกยังได้เลยเตะลูกปุ๊บให้มันไอ้เจ้ามันแทงมาคราวนี้บาสต้องยกไม้อยู่ตลอดนะไม้อยู่ตลอดเหมือนเวลานั่นชิ่งออกจะชิ่งออกข้างไหนข้างซ้ายข้างขวาชิ่งออกข้างซ้ายข้างขวาเราต้องเตรียมตัวอยู่ตลอดนะเข้าใจป่ะเหมือนชิ่งออกเวลาเล่นวงกันเข้าใจป่ะเหมือนลูกมาปุ๊บชิ่งออกอยู่ตลอดนะเพราะบนความเร็วต้องการความคล่องแคล่วว่องไวนะไม่มีแข่งแรงนะเข้าใจป่ะเซตดีๆ
Wow, the secrets that book must hold. Sub-Siri and Dechapom, as always, dutifully following the directions of their coach.
Love all. Play.
And it worked to great effect, of course, in that second game. So it's all on now. Wide.
Serves over, 1 love. Service over.
Well, they're at least aware of the drop in form from the net approaches, but as I said, their communication channel is so solid. Quick touch of the hands and they're back in it. As you said, Chris, it's about moving on. I think that's the best way to look at it. Zheng and Huang never ever dwell how these things are going. It's always about the next point, moving forward. It's good from Sapsiri. Oh, amazing body defense from her.
Service over. 2-all.
A little bit of luck there, but she made it by stepping in, taking it as early as she can. Definitely Sapsiri has shown, you know, she has such a good defense. The Chinese are really struggling to break it down.
Oh, she did yesterday as well. Stepped up when she needed to. Now on backcourt duties. Now she's up front. Rapid movement. And it's Dechapol flying through the air.
Yeah, and that's a brilliant, brilliant put away by Dechapol. He spotted the gap. Zheng Siwei's moved across to cover the middle. See how off balance he is there, but he's moved across to cover the middle, and Dechapol spotted it so well there. Look at that.
Yeah.
Zheng Siwei's in the middle of the court because he's trying to cover his partner, but really well spotted by Dechapol.
Even then, just the speed that Zheng Siwei recovered from being off balance to get to mid-court. Unbelievable. Just picked the wrong spot this time. And Dechapol, as you said, found that angle. 3-2.
There's a chance there for Sapsiri. Shields popped up at the net.
Service over. 3-all.
So absolutely nothing between them in the early part of this third and deciding game. Spot in the semi-finals is what's at stake.
Service over. 4-3.
I would definitely say it's a big change in level from the Chinese. First game, really good. Pair from Thailand didn't really even have a chance. Second, it dipped a little bit, and seeing the same in the third. I mean, it's full credit to Dechapol and Sapsiri. They're playing really well now. Troubling the Chinese, you know, getting them to question what shot to play. They don't quite look as smooth around each other.
Yeah, they're definitely taking it a lot more seriously now as well. But I guess that was always on the cards with such highly rated opponents. Sapsiri again finding some great angles.
Brilliant defense from the Thai pair. Incredible. This is the thing, the Chinese now having to work so hard to break them down, their opponents. I mean, that was phenomenal defense at times from both Dechapol and Sapsiri. Getting these back. And look at that dive there from Sapsiri. Brilliant pickup. Just unlucky. It's so hard, obviously, when you're diving, you're that off balance to control your lift.
But they are getting stuck in, you're right.
The level from the Thai pair at the moment is dramatically improved from the first game. Playing really well now.
Sapsiri holding court the front. Dechapol hitting big from the back. And he goes soft. Oh, it's again point blank miss.
Change. Service over.
It's a good block on that net. She's read it. See, she's gone down. She's got to go forward. She's dragged it down.
Well, it's been 2 or 3 times now that she's missed the mark at point blank range. A bit of confusion there.
Serves over.
Yeah, Sapsiri there, she's just, I think, lost sight of it for a second and thought it's going to come a lot harder than it was. Bit of fortune there, definitely, for the Chinese.
Smiles all around.
Yeah.
Serves over, 6-all.
Brilliant serve. Wow. There, he had it. He was doing everything right.
6.
Just didn't quite. Bit of a cheap mistake in the end.
Well, it's certainly turning into an intriguing affair here in the third. And that's been left. And left well.
7-all.
Yeah, I would say Dechapol now is keeping pace with Zheng Siwei. Dechapol's playing really well.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. At the first game especially, he seemed like he was lagging behind. Zheng Siwei was definitely the ascendant player at the backcourt. Now that's been pretty equal, and of course Sapsiri stepped up as well. 7-all.
Brilliant return. Such a difficult place because it's kind of past the net player, but it's a long way in front of the rear court player. It's very, very well placed from Zheng Siwei. And this really is point for point. Incredibly
So far,
exciting
yeah. And
third
the
game.
rally's getting more developed as we go. Let's not forget, of course, 108 shots in game 2.
Wow.
Oh, how did she do that? She's now defending instinctively.
Incredible from Sapsiri.
Wonderful stuff.
Incredible.
I'm sure we're going to see a replay of that.
Serves over, 8-all.
Oh, we got a good look at Zheng Siwei. Here we go. There you go. Wow.
But the quality of it as well, phenomenal.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not just, you know, behind the back shot, which is going to leave you open on most cases. This one actually sat nicely in the rally. Again, stretching.
Incredible defense. The Thailand pair.
Oh, knew exactly where that was coming back.
This is the thing, the amount they've raised their game is phenomenal. First game, they played okay, but it was just so hard to contain the Chinese. And now, the way they are playing absolutely incredible. And they're right back to, you know, the level when they were world #1.
Well, they've shown flashes of it throughout the week, and it really does take the best to bring out the best. And Zheng Siwei, Huang Yaqiong have certainly done that.
Service over, 9-all.
That point for point, 9-all.
Zheng. Okay, play. No. Play.
Oh, Dechapol just having a bit of a word with Fabio Lopez. And as usual, when it's player to umpire, that word doesn't really go that far. Sapsiri again jumping into the net, anticipating where that shuttle's going to be. And she was in the right place. And by standing that close to the net,
10-9.
Huang Yaqiong, even with her amazing skill, has absolutely no reaction time at all.
Because now the Thailand pair are getting more of the attack, and when they are, they're just working hard and they're getting through, they're finding a way through. And Dechapol's working so hard at the back to keep the attack, and when he does, he's moving at kind of warp speed.
Sapsiri again takes charge of the rally. Oh, that's nicely forced.
11-9.
So,
interval.
third and final interval, and it's Puavaranukroh and Taerattanachai who are absolutely flying at the moment.
คุมบริเวณด้านหน้าให้ติด อย่างเงี้ยถูกต้องแล้วไม่ได้เกี่ยวกับว่าจะต้องแรงเกมดำเนินงานมาถูกต้องหมดแล้วเข้าใจปะเพราะฉะนั้นความคล่องแคล่วว่องไวยังคงต้องอยู่ความคล่องแคล่วว่องไวมันมีอะไรองค์ประกอบอะไรบ้างการเคลื่อนที่ถูกไหมการเซตตัวถูกไหมนึกถึงวิ่งคอร์ดป่วย2หลุดปุ๊บเซตอะไรบ้างเข้าใจปะทำกับเขาบ้างสร้างโจทย์ให้เขาบ้างป่วย2แต่ตัวเองเซตต้องเซตดีๆนะเข้าใจปะ
Players on court.
Well, we've had a few shots of that strategy book from the Thai camp, and based on the way this match has been going, there's some real magic in that book.
Play.
So this is it, the concluding phase of this wonderful mixed doubles quarterfinal. The last match of session 1 on quarterfinals Friday.
I have to say, I know Dechapol and Sapsiri, they did win, obviously, the Indian Open, they did win the Thailand Masters, but the way they're playing now is it's the best I've seen them play for a long, long time, because they're doing this not against a good pair, they're doing this against the best pair, the very best pair in the world.
Service over, 10-12.
Again, the Thailand pairs covering each other well. Good shot selection there. Dechapol, lovely little cross court on the forehand. Forced the Chinese to lift, and he's been hitting it really hard and good placement.
Service over, 11-13.
So just 2 points in it. Both pairs have upped their game. And that's a beautiful drop into backcourt.
12-13.
Lovely power and a backhand drive there from Zheng Siwei.
Wow.
Wow. Incredible cutout. That's serious. I'm not sure she knew too much about it, but incredible reaction. She's in trouble. There, it's almost behind her.
That.
Perfect placement as well.
Well, she's just literally been playing off instinct for most of this third game. Deep serve. Oh, what a time to get a bounce off the net.
Good bit of fortune there for the Chinese, because Zheng Siwei was off balance.
13-14.
Wow. What's the difference between 15-12 and 13-14? Oh, just sails out.
Yeah, and I think it's the right shot though from Zheng Siwei. He's moving his opponent, he's getting him off balance.
13.
Well, they're a little bit stretched now, and it's a tiny Bit of daylight on the scoreboard for Dechapol and Sapsiri. This time he gets it right.
Yeah, brilliant drive. It's the placement, it's everything. Steps in, takes it early, good power. Sapsiri, she's just given him that chance. She's fed it into the midcourt in an upward direction. It's kind of, it's a tease, but it's just too nice. He's too quick, he's too aggressive.
And what a key point that was. Oh, that one again. I mean, it's just too close to call.
16.
Nice and flat from Sapsiri.
Brilliant, so like active, aggressive at the net. She gets the half chance, puts it in a downward, placing it downward, so it's hard for the Chinese to get it away.
Oh, she stepped up yesterday. Now it's against Reginald Lean and Si Yao. That was also 3 games. And she stepped up here. Oh, wonderful pickup by Dechapol. Oh, great. Placed it on the outside of Zheng Shiwei.
Yeah, fantastic placement on the overhead.
14.
This is what I mean. You know, that you wouldn't know who's the quicker player. You wouldn't know who's the stronger player.
Yeah.
Look at this. He's off balance. You know, he's moving backwards. It's not a bad lift. But the placement and the power, phenomenal from Dechapol.
Biggest lead of the third. 3 points, 4 needed.
This is a massive, massive point. 15-17 or 18-14.
Oh, just gone wide. Challenge coming. I don't know about that one, Chris. I really don't.
Couldn't see it. Zheng Shiwei was just...
Well, that's the thing. So it's going to be a surprise to us as well.
This is huge. It's building the tension even more. No matter what it is, the imperative thing is the rally after this. Both pairs need to switch back on. You can feel the tension building here. Got to switch back on for the next point straight away. No easy gifts.
Well, I think it's coming now. Out. Yes. Quite a way as well. So, Zheng Shiwei and Huang Yaqiong.
15-17. Play.
On serve, 15-17. Again, lightning reactions by Sapsiri. Oh, that's... Oh, for a second I thought Zheng Shiwei had it. Oh, he's pushed it wide. Can you believe it?
Now it's definitely not over, but it just feels like it's swinging more and more towards
the Thai pair, yes.
Sapsiri.
18-15.
But in that rally, I don't know how Sapsiri got one of those back.
Well, as I said, she was on fire, but...
The gap there's so big. He just tried to play almost too perfect to push. Didn't have to be nearly that good.
Yeah,
Wouldn't have won the rally from it, but would have put them in all sorts of trouble. You can see, you know, Dechapol's kind of almost in the crowd. He was struggling to get it.
Oh, Zheng Shiwei off the start. Oh, it's just not over yet, is it?
It's been such an exciting match and such an exciting third game.
18.
Is there going to be another twist? Is there going to be another turn?
Well, of course, that extra turn would be extra points. But who's to say that neither of these pairs is not going to do it in regulation? 16-18. Huang Yaqiong all over the net. Zheng Shiwei hits big. Goes soft. Oh, straight down the middle, unanswered.
Yeah, and just before then, I was thinking how phenomenal Sapsiri's defended. You know, the last 2 games, definitely, and she just swung too early. You know, I think she was kind of thought it was coming with slightly more power.
Well, as he said, human error.
Tension's building further and further, isn't it? 17-18.
Absolutely,
Final
on serve. Oh, it's another mistake from Sapsiri. She just snatches at it, and it's 18-all.
This is the thing, this is the imperative bit. You know, rest of the match is kind of irrelevant now. Who can handle these nerves now? No matter what anyone says, 18-all in the third. It's where the nerves start to come in. You snatch at a shot, you try and play, you know, a better shot than you need to.
Nice little flick up by Zheng Shiwei. He's pushed it wide again.
The thing now
is he's very unhappy with himself with that.
2 rallies there he's had. You know, he's in a bit of trouble there, but he doesn't have to be that perfect. He can be inside tram line, and it's fine. And you know, we've seen a few rallies before when he had that big gap. Dechapol was in major trouble. He's just tried to play too good a shot and gifted it.
Well, they are running out of points, and it's a glorious chance. Sapsiree on serve. Oh, what a passage of play. Oh! Great defending again. Placed in a very awkward position for Sapsiree, and it's 19 all.
Yeah, this is incredible. I mean, Dechapol and Sapsiree defended so well, but it's just a relentless pressure there. You know, it's fantastic placement. It's the right hip, and it's just that bit higher. It's hard for Sapsiree to get it away.
Well, he definitely aimed for it.
You know, this third game's been so good. You know, no one wants it to end. We want it to continue forever. It's been so exciting.
Well, the crowd getting into it as well. Huang Yaosheng with the serve. It's edge of the seat stuff. Delicate from Zheng Shiwei. Oh, placed again, just over the heads of Huang Yaosheng. And so we get our first game point. It's a slim 1 point.
That's fantastic cover though there by Sapsiree to cover the cross. She knows Zheng Shiwei wants to hit with pace, hit with power. And that's where the big gap was on the cross. She covered it so well.
Well, this for a spot in the semi-finals. The pressure's on. Zheng Shiwei gets back nicely. Oh, can you believe it?
It's brilliant because early on in that rally, the Chinese were in so much trouble.
Yeah. And I was actually going to say before that serve that this match deserves extra points.
Yeah, you know, this has been incredible. You know, it feels a privilege to have been able to watch this game because it's been so good. So
it's the first to 2, or the first to 30. And who's to say that these two pairs won't go to 30?
I think anything other than setting would have been an unfair way to end this game.
Yeah,
it's been
good. It would have been harsh. He's done it again. Zheng Shiwei all over that point.
Yeah, and he's really fired up now, and he was everywhere. You know, he's hunting the shuttles, moving forward, taking it on. And that's phenomenal.
And keeping it simple as well. That's the thing. He was keeping it right in the middle of the court. And I think he's probably thinking about those 2 shots that went wide earlier on in the game. So, match point. Dechapol. And on we go.
Service over. 21 all.
Deep serve from Sabsiri. Bit of confusion on the Chinese side, and it's a match point.
Yeah, and at the moment, obviously, everyone's getting tense. It's, you know, it's normal, but for me, Zheng Siwei's putting so much pace into everything that the Thailand pair are just kind of putting pace back, but they're just opening up the Chinese, and that's where then Zheng Siwei had to cover kind of his own shot that was slightly incorrect and then put them in trouble.
22-21, second match point for Puavaranukroh and Taerattanachai.
What are we going to see here? She signalled there a flick serve. That's what we're going to see.
Yes. Oh, it's in!
Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant defence. Smash wasn't that well placed, but wow.
And just looking at it from above.
Incredible. Steps in, an absolutely sublime shot.
Well, Dachapol looks like he may have had, I think that's just sweat in his eye. Deuce at 22 apiece. Zheng Siwei varying it up. Huang Shong with the body shot.
This is the thing for me there. Zheng Siwei on that overhead, he took the pace out and he forced his opponent to try and create something.
23,
on this one here, just gets up, almost a nothing slice.
Yeah.
And there, Dechapol, he kind of tries to generate his own pace, but he goes through the centre in an upward direction. And before that, the Thai pair have been able to feed off the big pace, but flat pace from Zheng Siwei.
Well, the crowd really getting into this one, as I'm sure you are, wherever you are watching from around the world. It's a second match point for Zheng and Huang.
Play on.
Lift by Siwei.
So indecision again.
Can you believe it? 23 all.
23 all.
This is what everyone wants. Everyone wants this to just keep going. It's so exciting.
Well, as I said, first to 2, first to 30, and we did promise you an epic mixed doubles match. It doesn't get more epic than this. 3 match points gone for Dechapol Sabsiri, 2 on for Zheng Siwei and Huang Shong.
That's the thing why no one wants the lift, because when you get tense, it's so hard to just move the shuttle around in a controlled manner.
24,
And Thailand pair got the lift. You know, it was a game of, it was a rally of no lift, and then Zheng Siwei ended up lifting, and Dechapol, he's been devastating with his attack, and again showing the power that he has.
So Fabio Lopez calling them into play. 4th match point for Dechapol and Sabsiri.
Twists and turns that this final game's had. Serve.
Flat defense for the Chinese. Dechapol looking to set something up. Sabsiri yet to get in the play. It's all Dechapol right now. Now Sabsiri steps in.
Brilliant defense. Great shot, wow.
Wonderful shot.
Oh my goodness.
Huang Shong has taken it again. A 4th match point saved.
It's just getting better and better and better. Look at the quality of that shot. And to play it at that moment.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
24 all.
I'm glad they've had to mock the court. I need a Only 5 seconds to just gather myself. It's just so good.
Thank you.
Well, as I said once again, 30 points is the limit. The crowd, as you can see, loving this. It was a first match point for Dachapon Sapsiri at 2019. Remember, since then they've had another 3 more. Zheng and Huang themselves have had 3. And this is a 5th match point.
25-24.
I've got a bad feeling about this one, Chris. I've got a bad feeling about it. I have a funny feeling.
There's a neutral. I just wanted to keep going because rally after rally of brilliance.
Deep serve again. He's gone long. Zheng Shiwei and Huang Yasheng, the world #1s, ousted in spectacular fashion. 26-24 in the 3rd.
That was a brilliant match, and that easily could have gone either way. Both players played so well.
70 minutes on court. Really, really top quality stuff. And at least they went out fighting. So Dachapon and Sapsiri continue their great start to 2024 with a truly memorable match. This was the last point. They'd shared something like 8 match points between them up to this point, but Zheng Shiwei just put too much juice on that. And I noticed no somersault from Sapsiri. Probably too tired, I would have thought. They're through to the semi-finals after a colossal match. Unbelievable stuff. And that's confirmation of it. What a match. 15-21, 21-16, 26-24. And the world #1s are out. Dachapon and Sapsiri are through. That, of course, brings us to the end of this opening session of matches, session 1. And as you can see there, courts 1 and 2 in action again, 5 p.m. local time. So do join us in a couple of hours for that. For now, Chris Langridge, thanks for joining me here in the commentary box. And it's for us to say goodbye.